Today we're gonna talk about 10 reasons why you should roll for Hiiro. As many of you might know, I'm a huge fan of Hiiro, and I've been preaching to everyone that I came across that they should definitely pick up Hiiro when she eventually comes back. And today is the day, because today we got the first Hiiro rerun in the history of Alchemy Stars. And you know what that means? I do have to talk at least, I don't know, definitely a couple of minutes about Hiiro and why she's so great. So I decided to come up with 10 reasons why you should probably get Hiiro. But before we get into this forbidden knowledge, let me tell you to join my Discord server, because as celebration and as punishment for reaching 3k subs, I made a bet with my Discord, which they obviously won, so I did have to record a video which is exclusive to the Discord. So if you want to see it, it's very embarrassing, I already regret making it, but you can watch it there, so make sure to join if you haven't already. And to lessen my pain, maybe even think about becoming a channel member if you really like my content and also want to make use of these perks. But enough of that, let's get straight into reason number 1. And number 1 is very easy, and by far the reason I think is the most important when it comes to Hiiro, and personally I do think this is one of her biggest features, and that's that she fulfills 2 roles but only takes up 1 slot. What do I mean with that? Easy. It's just that she's a detonator, so a main DPS, and at the same time also a converter, because her active skill does not only damage enemies but also converts the chosen tiles into green enhanced ones, so she is basically a select tile converter that is able to select and convert to tiles every 3 turns. So her CDs on the lines of Siobhan and Iridon, but obviously she doesn't convert as much as them because she isn't a dedicated converter, but kind of a hybrid DPS, which makes her great. Number 2. While we're already at the topic of selectile converters, those are just straight up overpowered. Straight up being able to shoot the tiles you want to convert is just way too good. 4-tile converters are still the kings of conversion because of their quantity. They already have preemptive strike from the get-go, only have a CD of 2, and also don't involve any kind of RNG, so they have a good amount of tiles generated per turn with a lot of consistency. But selectile converters on the other hand don't have as much quantity, but the quality is so much higher. It's basically the difference between going to, for example, McDonald's or to a real burger shop. The real burger is obviously way more expensive, probably double or triple in price, but it tastes so good. And the McDonald's burger is fine, it tastes okay, and it isn't as heavy on your wallet. And that's basically the same thing here, except the wallet is the CD, and the quality and taste is your freedom while choosing the tiles to convert. So yeah, Hiiro is one of those converters, but a bit worse, because she only converts 2 tiles, but for a DPS, a dedicated DPS, to have that kind of skill is absolutely insane. So let's move on to number 3. She's a detonator as well. Yes, of course, she's a dedicated main DPS, and detonators are still the kings of DPS. While snipers did get some gems in the past few months, overall they are still quite lacking when it comes to overall DPS, because detonators just offer this insane field coverage, especially with the 2-cluster chain, or even the X chain that goes through the whole field. All of these are great. They cover so much of the field, so they can also deal so much more damage to all of these enemies that are bothering you. While snipers unfortunately only hit every enemy once, even 4-tile enemies. So you are oftentimes lacking quite in damage if you use a sniper over a detonator as captain. Number 4. Well, I did of course have to mention that she's Forest. Of course she is. Forest is the most stacked element in the game, and Hiiro is also part of the reason why. So, there's already so many good characters out there, so you can make your life just that much easier. Of course, you don't have to build a forest team if you don't want to, but if you see a character and they are a forest element, there's a good chance that they are at least 10 times better than most other characters. And that obviously applies to Hiiro as well. Number 5. She provides and makes use of enhanced tiles, which is obviously at this point kind of the main theme of the forest element. Every new character has it, all the old characters have it, enhanced tiles increase her damage by so much, and it's actually ridiculous how much Hiiro can spin. Sometimes I even think that she's basically just a Beyblade. So, Gabriel, Nikiness, Pact, who else? I'm actually not sure if Nikiness and Pact provide those, but one of them, obviously also Siobhan now. So many characters just provide these enhanced tiles, and especially if Hiiro is your main DPS, or captain in that case, she can make use of these tiles, and boy, she sure can. So don't miss out on this huge Hulk 2.0. Number 6. Well, you probably realized that I already talked so much about her and constantly praised her. There's basically nothing bad you can say about her besides her kind of lowish stats, but that's just made up by her equipment, by her enhanced tile synergy with all the forest characters that provide them, so that's no biggie. But what is that she's basically one of the best characters in the game. That is at least the case for now, because until now we don't have a character like her who is a hybrid damage dealer converter in the game. Maybe Reinhardt will be a character like that, at least I sure hope so, because the fire element or the thunder element could probably make use of that. And please don't make every single good character Forest Tordog, please. He can't hear us. Well, too bad. So yeah, Hiiro is by far one of the best characters in the game, so no real reason to not pick her up. But if you're still not convinced, let's move on to number 7. And that's kind of a follow-up to the last point. I did say that she's one of the best characters in the game, and she's also kind of hard to power creep, because at this very moment, like I said before, we don't have a character like her in the game. It doesn't kind of seem like Tordog is interested in making a character like Hiiro for other elements. So, Tordog has no plans of making a broken character like Hiiro ever again, it seems like. A character that provides so much damage and utility, so yeah, she's safe to pick up because she is not going to leave your team for a very long time. Number 8. Her breakthroughs. The best thing about her is that max breakthrough is completely unneeded. It's probably one of the worst breakthroughs in the game actually, and BT3 is insanely amazing, and having BT3 as the best breakthrough is always a lot nicer than MBT. So yeah, if you can get 2 copies of her, you are basically good for your whole forest life if you already have some other characters as well. So yeah, her breakthroughs are insanely great as well, or I should say breakthrough, because MBT doesn't exist, okay? Yeah. And that brings us to our almost last reason, number 9. This one's a bit more different because that's basically about her availability. She's not a limited character, or exclusive how it's called in this game, but getting characters or specific characters as off-banners is as hard as hitting the 50-50 on your rate-up chances. So, well, do you really want to bet your chances on like a 0.5% chance to get exactly Hiiro? Or do you want to wait until the first anniversary when we are probably going to get another selection box that should include Hiiro? I don't think so. Oh wait, the last one also had Hiiro, so yeah. It's gonna take a while until she's back on rate up. We'll have to go through all of the old characters or old new characters first, so we're not gonna gonna see her for a while, so make use of this point of time, please. Don't make yourself regret this. And that brings us to our very last point. The very last reason as well. And that's of course number 15. Burger King foot lettuce. The last thing you would want in your Burger King burger is someone's foot fungus. But as it turns out, that might be what you get. Okay, jokes aside, I had to grasp this opportunity, so sorry for that. But of course, next and last but not least as well is number 10, which is pretty much the most obvious point on this whole list. And of course this is, well, she's a waifu. Her design and voice is amazing, her VA is doing a great job, her visual design is amazing, I could look at this for ages. She's definitely second best girl after Uriel, and well, she might even have some competition now with Siobhan because she's also quite up there. But in my personal opinion, Hiiro is definitely quality material. So I don't see any reason why you shouldn't pick her up. She has it all. The looks, the gameplay, the meta-ness. I don't know, man. Just pick her up if you want to, and if you for some reason don't want to, then well, you do you. But make sure to join the Discord and maybe even think about becoming a channel member. And on that note, a huge thanks to all of my current channel members, you guys are the best. And an extra big special thanks to the first two VIPs of the channel, the Grand Warlock and Megumin. Thank you guys so much. That was all for me, have a nice day and see you next time.